April Fool का जरूर पड़ता है सारा चीज़ है। Oh, bloody hell this is यार। Good morning again. What to do? Signals are thrown every time. Third video in 3 hours. What can you do with this? So I tried to see face to face something. I started at 3:30 and now it is 6. In 2.5 hours. This is my third initiative for this video because I tried to share screen with you people, but it happened twice. I don't know what quality is ongoing, and I'm talking of quality in my talks. So quality, signals quality, this is signals quality means, and if you complain, no use. You know why happens? Because of Airtel. They don't have capacity, but crores of crores of connections have been ported. Well, it's their business. But who are sufferers? Persons like me and like you are sufferers. He suffers because of this. Well, leave it behind. We can't help it. It is system. This is quality standard of ours. We can't say anything about that. We have to bear with it, or either we have to quit or pay. No other way. Because we have no option. They also know we have no option. And whatever service you take in this country, whatever service, no quality. Service, any service you take, whatever service you take in Bharat, India, millions of engineers in all disciplines. Quality, don't speak. Don't speak about quality. I don't know why. Well, leave us. I'm civil engineer. I'm talking of civil engineering and disciplinary engineering, interdisciplinary engineering. That's my profession. I had always pride to call myself servant of civil engineering, or you can say servant of world development. When you talk of civil engineer, this means you are servant of development. You can change scenario, that is civil. Civil engineer can change scenario, that is foundation of civil. Otherwise, there is no meaning of civil if I cannot change anything. Other branches of engineering do not change, but they change conditions. If building exists, if structure exists, mechanical engineer can change its conditioning, electrical engineer can change its use of service. Like that, but structure should be there first of all. Structure doesn't exist means it's forest, wood, it's nothing. That is, you can say, beauty of civil engineering. And every civil engineer should have pride, should draw pride, should use pride of calling civil engineer. Yes, it is your education, but not exclusive education. It's your efforts that you contribute to development, contribute to original work, contribute to work related to natural materials. Only in civil engineering this privilege is available. Only in civil engineering. It's a privileged engineering community of civil engineers that gives something nobody else can give. And privilege of engineers as well as privilege of all crew that work on projects, all working crew, which we call insultingly labor, They are not laborers, they are educated people, educated in technical work or so-called artisan work, trades work, but we call them labor because we do not understand meaning of labor. They are technicians, but we call them labor because we do not understand meaning of labor. If they are labor, everybody is labor. So we took it that I am labor, you are labor, everybody is labor. This is conventional practice and we do not change it. And because we do not change, we do not define that we are engineers. Civil engineer means a changing engineer. I consider myself a changing engineer because, of course, change is in my hands. It's my privilege. It's my right. Change. Change of what? Change of designs, change of, you can say, structure, change of, vistas. I'm not talking of architecture, I'm talking of structure. Opposition to engineering is not available. Engineering is a free domain. Civil engineering, if you go in past, in history, you will find immense level of engineering, but not like today. Those people were very expert in engineering, but those people could not define themselves. They could define by producing structures, not RCC structures, stone structures, arcades, or such type of common sense based structure which have not settled till now. There was no definition, there was no theories, nothing but theory or no theory. Mind is theory. Mind tells something because we call civil engineering a half, 50% common sense and 50% engineering. And remember, common sense can be used and applied only by intellectuals. It can't be applied by a common person. So it is common sense, but it's not held by everybody. Just like common seal, we say common seal of organization, it's common sense. So if you are a civil engineer, you should be happy that you are something different. Something different for nation, something different for whole world. God supports civil engineers because God allows them opportunity, God allows them privilege to attend to incorporate whatever engineer's mind dictates. Whatever size of steel you want to use, whatever thickness of slab you want to take, whatever else you want to do, what do you think of soil, what do you think of bearing capacity, what do you think of all other factors, how you conduct designs. There is no mandate that you have to do that. There's a limit, of course. There's a limit, range, you have to be within that. But that is because of it is systemized, coded. Otherwise, buildings are there which are not restrained by any code in history. Those still exist. I don't know whether that history is right or wrong. Somebody told me, as I was living, one of my friends told me that there's a story behind Radford, Delhi. Those days when king was available and this excavation person, those people used to call mystery or whatever. He started excavation, he completed excavation, and then skipped. He skipped, and then you can say it became underground. And everybody was surprised because the person has left and work was stopped, suspended, unlimitedly, indefinitely. After a few years, guy came and appeared before king. And king was very angry. You stopped my work, you ran away. Maybe would have punished him death. This person appeared, king asked him, Give explanation where you are, why you ran away. He told king that had I explained to you, you would not have understood. This is soil. I excavated. It is swollen. It's opened. I could not make foundation until it is strong enough to take my load. So I left. Now many drains have come in and it has compacted due to various loading or self-loading. Means it is now in a position that I can say settlement is over. In his language, he told him, "Baith nahi thi, baith gayi," and king was impressed. So you can start now. Yes, I can start now. That's what I'm saying. Those people had common sense too, but they did not have privilege to use equipment, to refer to theories, which we have now. Wow, we can say we are little refined civil engineers with backup of everything, backup of codes, backup of machines, backup of science. So we are systemized civil engineers, and those were empirical based civil engineers. That's the only difference. We have collected formula, hundreds of formula, and we use this formula. Those times were different. They have experience based understanding. So that's the only difference, otherwise it's same. So civil engineering comes from, now you can say, combination of theory, tutorial, experience, common sense, codes, and methodologies. Now you can say most important is methods. People do not realize this point, but I realize that because I have done this. I am experienced born civil engineer, you can say. Of course I have diploma plus degrees, but I don't value them. Yes, they are right, degrees are required, diplomas are required for some limit. But beyond that, your own calculation, your own risks are required, your own confidence is required. And that confidence does not come from your codes, that confidence comes from own risk, from our own understanding of structures. One understanding is from theory, from applied mechanics, from theory of structure, from designs. But on top of that, there's one understanding from your own. We talk to building, you talk to structure, which is not done, which is not available. You have to talk to a structure which is not available. You have to understand that structure. You have to talk to yourself considering structure is available. I give an example. I gave previously also. I was in UAE and I was considered expert in coordination engineering, in technical method writing, and in so many other activities. I was not on the project. One director talked to me, coming to me. What are you doing, this and that? I told him, can you write method for me for that project? I was, Swami, no problem to me. You have been my senior and I am privileged, but I work for you. No problem to me. But see, I am now reporting to someone else. Better you speak to him. If that person assigns me, I will do it. No problem to me. Why should I say no? No, but that person did not want to talk to that other person to whom I was reporting. So, okay, tell me one thing. How do you write this? This person was not our country person. This was Lebanon. Very senior man, old man. And it was, I think, 2003, I believe, 2003 it was, yes, 18 years back. Tell me how you write this. He wanted to know if I could tell him, he could tell someone else and he could write. I told him, it's very, very easy. It's a confidence. I consider myself, I'm standing on site. I'm standing on site. I'm not sitting here, though I'm sitting in office. But I collect information from those who are on site, who are working on site, work on site, site engineers, or we'll say site managers, project managers. I call them or I confer with them, I deliberate with them, I see documents of activity, documents, drawings, specifications, and then discuss with them what's their intention, what they have to do, because ultimately they have to do. Just like I say, if site guy is not agreed to something, how can you force him? After all, work at site is that person's responsibility. And then, so I talk to them, I take information, and then I keep myself in their position. I keep myself, you can say, I do acting in their, keeping themselves, just like if I'm actor for them. And then I'm standing, I sit on site, I see people are there, they are walking, material is there. How I do that? How would I do that? Keeping with me all these resources and site available. How would I do that? I would direct. Same thing I put in papers, nothing else. This is my phenomenon. If you ask me same thing again, maybe I make some variation in that. I third time I make some more addition, depending on site location, because every site is different, every building is different. But phenomenon is same, means I work on site imaginarily because I have experience on site. It's not because I am new to site. I have spent a lot of time on site. I am proud, I was prideful, I had pride to be called site engineer, because site engineer is ultimate authority who converts designs to physical entity. Otherwise, designs are failure, no meaning. If site engineer does not work correctly, does not work honestly, sincerely, design is gone. So I keep myself in the position and write these statements. And because these statements have been based on information collected from those who do it, so they try to do it. If this is agreed by all, they do it. Now, how far they read it later on, I cannot say. It's not my duty to audit whether or not they follow this. It's their responsibility. Document is approved. It's a professional document, professional project document, or project professional document. It's their responsibility, not my responsibility. I just try to convert their plans into methodology or method documents, just like a lawyer does. He collects information from client and converts into a colorful language that is called legal language. So that's only required. I'm in the council, it's like I'm in the council. What I intend to do, I put in my language and in a script of English, and then in a structured format, as method statement format, and that's all. Though it's very easy to say that's all, but it's not very easy to do. I still remember one Egyptian, my senior. He always used to say, please give me this and give me this. Okay, because I had my past record, so I used to edit that record for other projects. How you're writing this? He was impressed, in fact. He thought it's India, from India what shall work. Later on, he was behind me always. He has done this. He knew that whatever I'm saying, he has already done it. He knew that. He came to know he's saying something, he has done it. So one day I had some dispute. He was just taunting me and saying, oh, if you have something, you're working for this company, it is your duty to give everything to this company. Why? Is company, I'm a slave to company? Okay, company is paying me, but I'm working for this company. What's special in that? It's not my first company and it's not my last company as well. So to give everything to this company means what? No, because you should be loyal to company. No, okay, I'm loyal to company. It doesn't mean I can give everything in my mind to this company. Why should I give? I am getting some salary and I am doing for that. It's whatever required. I use that my knowledge and that's all. No, no, actually he had some juniors, his friends from his country, and English is difficult for these people all over, particularly in Middle East, and maybe they speak very good English. Similarly, these other guys do speak very good English, but when it comes to writing, there is always an issue. And not only with those people, also in our country, there's an issue. I see this English of engineers is dropping very badly. Particularly even very, very senior, I have seen many, many webinars. They are unfortunately, and I should not say that, but it is a fact that even very senior position I have seen, managing director level and all those, when you speak on webinar, you see the pronunciation of those people and also a script they bring with it. Means it doesn't tell international status. I regret for this statement, but it is. One may be chairman or director, and you see, they don't want to improve, unfortunately. At least, okay, your pronunciation you cannot improve. I agree, that's basically original from your family or from your background, but at least script should have weight. Well, you can't help it and you should not criticize as well. I'm just trying to deliver my opinion. I have seen on Facebook, on other websites, standards of English used by current engineers, modern youth engineers is really fishy. And I feel sometimes upset. What these people do. Sometimes they don't even know how to propose some question. Means they just want answer. Just wants answer. I don't know for what. You see, if you want to rise, it doesn't mean you take from others and rise. This is not possible. If I have to do something in my life, and I think if not able to do myself, I join someone else and I will do it. Oh, that's nonsense. If I cannot do something, I join someone else, I can do that. How? If I do something for someone else, it's that person's progress, not my progress. I can't say I'm associated with that one, so it's mine. I am supporting that person, that's different. But that person's progress, not my progress. So we have to understand this point. If you want to go up, you want to achieve heights, you have to achieve yourself. And if you want to fly on staircase, you can't fly. You have to go step by step. If you just go to landing, then you will fall, you will break your bone. You can't. If you want to see everything delivered to you like this in this computer age, even if it is delivered to you, it's no use for you. Because whatever is in the mind of others doesn't mean you have same thing in your mind, and everything can't be on papers, everything can't be on computers. That's only for support. You have to be very, very careful. That's why I stress on quality system and system quality both. I am very much concerned, to be very frank, to all. I announce to all. I am very serious about quality. Because I have seen lapses in quality everywhere. Irrespective of which country you are talking about, there is lapse. If not in construction, somewhere else. Lapse and lapse and lapse. Quality has been left only for certification, not for implementation. All products are qualityless, generally. Branded, not branded. And they have many excuses. Oh, this is under warranty, we repair. But you have to repair. It's nothing you're doing an application on us. You're charging for that. But why it's not working? Point is that. Why when I buy something and within 2-3 weeks it replies, sorry, I don't work. Why should you go further? This means there's something wrong. Yes. This means it's business practice. It's not reality. That your announcement says that, oh, this is excellent product, unequal. This can perform this way, this can perform that way. So many benefits get out of this. But that product is used in market by me or by someone else. I don't find that satisfaction level. Where that level goes up, points to be understood. It must be understood. You see, everything cannot be taken for granted. How can you take something for granted? No, you cannot take for granted. After all, you are not giving me product free, and even if you are giving free and you claim that it contains this value, that value should come out. But it doesn't. This is what? Quality is missing. Quality is missing. Seminars are rising, webinars are rising, talks are rising, photo sessions are rising, presentations are rising, arguments are rising, but not quality. Quality of product should be ultimate destination. I'm not finding that. And in construction, oh my, don't even talk of quality. Don't even think of quality. Strange. A country full of millions of engineers, highly qualified engineers, BE, ME, PhD, postdoctoral, professors. And quality is where? Where do I find quality? Should I go to Mars or Moon or Sun to find that quality? Where is my education level? What is the use of my degrees? What is my doctorate? If quality is not delivered, what's function of this education? Just for my name board? Only for that? Or winning awards? Only for that? Real award is quality. Where is award? So much is going on, so much every day, second day, third day you find a message, webinar on this and webinar on this and webinar on this. Or for sake of your certification, for sake of your credentials, I'll get so many marks in this for CPD, only for that. This is your CPD is also formal. If my public is not getting quality, there is no use of all this. No use. Am I born for webinar? Am I born for such only debates? Just coming for 10, 15, 20 minutes on webinar slot and talk, giving so much presentation. What is meaning of that? Stand in sun and deliver quality. That is required. Doesn't happen. Go and see what people are doing. It doesn't happen. That is webinar. Show, only show. Only show. How much we have done about COVID? Nothing. Only show. It's also a part of quality. How we managed it. We failed to manage that. We could not conduct tests more than 16% in 1 year. It's approximately 1 year, 360 or approximately 360 days something. Already 1 year has gone from our country, and we have conducted only 16 point something percent tests of people. Where is quality? No quantity even. This means we are sleeping. We are sleeping society. We have very good dressing. We have good cars to drive. Good English to speak and write. Boast a lot. Beating bush with government. Oh, beat drums with government. My job is not to support government. My job is not to support someone. My job is to develop nation, whole world. I'm not paid by government to support it. Not at all. Why should I? I am an engineer. I have to think of engineering. I have to think of development. Whoever pays me doesn't matter. Government is not my client. And even if government is my client, I'll do my job. Why should I worry about the government? I'm not reporting. I'm not servant of government. I am servant to people. This is my reality. My client is common man, common citizen. I have to think for that. And if I cannot think for that, I'm not doing justice to my profession and I'm not doing justice to myself. I don't do justice in society and I don't do justice to nation. I am citizen. I am an engineer. I have to think for people. I have not to think for someone else. And this same duty lies to engineers also. They are bound for that. But no, they won't. They are busy in appreciating government. They are appreciating Prime Minister. For what? What for? For bad quality? What government has done to that direction? Nothing. What institutions have done that? Nothing. And what engineers have done that? Nothing. Many times I talk of quality, nobody bothers. Who will bother? If engineers can't bother, you expect doctor to bother with your quality? We have to understand facts in life. If you can't understand this, don't tell your engineers. If your design is not done, your design is a failure. What's the use of your brainstorming, using all these discussions every day, if side guy does not receive it? No meaning at all. Keep your designs with you and enjoy my design. You will feel bad, I know. Feel bad. You have to feel bad. Because we have become a shameless society, sleeping society, non-serious society. Only one aim, make money however. Remember, civil engineering is not money-making forum. Not at all. It is serving forum. It's a forum like you are given prasad only, nothing else. If you come to civil engineering, you sacrifice. If you don't want to sacrifice, don't come. You are not welcome to civil engineering. If you think of money only, if you think of status only, civil engineering will not give you status. Because engineering with dust, with soil, with sun, with air, with humidity, with temperature. If you can't tolerate all this, better join something else. Always, I'm structural engineer, I am this, I want to do this. For what? For what? Basically, you are nothing. Nothing. How many engineers are available in field? Senior engineers, tell me. It's not your duty to think. Why it's not your duty? What for did you qualify? For what? To sit in AC rooms? Only? On designs? Design is a part of engineering. Remember, it's not full engineering. Design is number one if it is done, and it is minus if it's not done. Relation exists. Try to understand. If I do design, I spend a lot of on that and thinking it will be best. All right, it's best if it is accepted and done. But that person doesn't understand. That person is not qualified like you are. And you don't understand how shall that person do. That person has got his limitation and you have got your limitation. Both are departed. I am a construction man, you are a design man. A gap. Who shall fill up that gap? That gap has got no bridge. So your design is in software and his design is soilware. Copy. Design comes, he takes his way and does it. Nobody goes and points out. And that doesn't care. Why should I worry? So what happens? It's failure. I talk to many people. Many. Nobody understands. Nobody writes anything before doing. How shall you do it? Oh, we have done it before also. That's the answer. Okay, you have done it before, answer. But what shall you do now? as we do usually, answers are, black, because they have nothing, no plans, no system. I am going to do this, and after doing this, there is questions. Oh, this happened and that happened. I just, yesterday only, I was reading one Facebook note by some engineer who excavated septic tank for septic tank. Means they excavated only, and after excavating, going I think many few meters, I think, I don't know, water started coming into foundation, pit. That note, he said, what should I do? It's too much water coming inside, very fast it's coming. You see, this happens. You have excavated without knowing that there's water. You did not think of that because you are a big engineer. Engineer in 2021 you are. You are computer-based engineer. You are not real engineer. Assume everything is okay, fine, yes, excavate that. And rapid water is coming. What does it mean? He is now seeking solution. What should I do? Say, run away. Run away. Why you come there if you want to run away? Why you came there? I'm just saying, this is not first problem I saw in this Facebook. Many other times they write. Means for them it's something enjoying activity. They don't even think of why water has come. Why did you know before? Why didn't you didn't know? They ask this area where's water table or something. You did not think of the watering or something before. Just excavate it. My dear, if water is moving so fast, it moves so fast. What does it mean? Just try to think as an engineer. If you are an engineer, why it's not laminar flow. It's like, turbulent flow. It's coming very rapidly. Means what? There's permeability is so high. And when permeability is high, and you should know what's possible permeability before deliberating on why it's too high. Means permeability, porosity, all this you should know. Which type of soil? That it means because of high permeability, what type of that soil should be? Is laminar, what type of soil it should be, and if it doesn't flow at all, but swells, what type of soil that should be. If you don't have this basic concept in your consideration, how can you solve problems? That's my point. How can we solve such problems? We can't even anticipate. And why you did not go for, if you did not know about that strata, you should have thought of, you should have actually a small pit first, rather than putting machine for mass excavation. You have excavated this and you have already destroyed that area, and when water comes in with such speed, you know what happens. There's for example, the vicinity there's some buildings. Maybe that water, when soil particles move in, which we call water soil mobility, and even soil particles from foundation, below foundation, other buildings flying in, and maybe those buildings sink, because this is rapid flow, means it's very fast speed for water, and you cannot control it, and you have jeopardized that area. What do you think? Is this nonsense or no nonsense? If engineers work like this without considering anything, any sensible work, means you do not investigate anything, just excavate. Means energetic work but mindless work. Now you are suffering and water is flowing in foundation. You do not understand type of soil. You do not know what dewatering is method, what method of dewatering, and why at this stage. It's a question mark. This is engineering status in our country. And similar other questions come in. Today, nowadays, video is a symbol of engineers. On YouTube, you go and see. Everybody is trying to teach. Yeah, everybody is lecturer. Okay, very good, be lecturer. But first be sure what you want to say. At least stop misleading people. It's not one item, many items are there. They say whatever think. Okay, it's great. Educating people is very important. I understand this. I salute them for this. They are honored this way. But at least have clear conception. Do not give mixed talks. People will get further confused. You have experience. I realize that. All don't have experience. All don't have experience. In one in one video, that person even said, use 10 bars in foundation, or I think 8 or 10 set. I was really upset with such people. At least don't mislead. Be clear first what you want to say. See, RCC is no joke. And tell them facts. You see, in 80-70% cases, 90% cases that I experienced, I just observed, not experienced, while walking through or going through. So see some building with people are keeping still. Almost. First of all, they bring band bars. That's first requirement. Wrong. Should not bring band bars. And they are put on ground, store on ground, and and leaving to rusting. And fact remains that what to do? I feel angry, but it's not my control, beyond my control. What to do? Nothing to do. Keeps up. That's it. It's his building. It's his responsibility. What should I do? Client does not understand all this. And somebody told, oh, this is no problem. It's a loose rust is a problem. Hard rust is not a problem. Some stupid specification, maybe somewhere in CPWD, some stupid person wrote this. Loose is not acceptable. Those people who know nothing about engineering, they write like this. I also read that sometimes when I was too young. I could not understand that, but people have same impression till now. Rust is not accepted. Any level of rust. It's not accepted. Be clear. Remove that before use. Who removes? You'll say, how? Your headache. You brush it out. You blast it out. Do whatever you want. You can. All rust should go out. And take preventive measures rather than resorting to brushing out or blasting, sandblasting. Protective measure. When you bring steel, you procure it, store properly. Keep off ground first of all, adequately higher than ground level. Cover with polythene sheet all time. Do not expose it to humid air. Take out daily quantity. Cover again. Cut and bend and cover again. Install on site. Place on site. Cover in evening. All work. Plastic you have to use. Polythene sheet, plastic sheet you have to use. Okay, you may not protect it 100%, but some you may. 95% you may. Then you rub others. No rust is allowed. Keep it in mind. We do not design for rust. We design for good surface. This is one part. Complete quality system. I am just, I tried is very burning subject for me. Maybe it is not for you because you are not serious. And if you're not serious, of course I am serious. I know how to work in quality system, quality environment. If you work in quality, it's not difficult. It's very easy. Only that, only requirement that you have to know what is to be done. That's all. Everything, every information available, but collective information is not available. That you have to make available before you start work. Unfortunately, every work is not inspected. Inspected or not inspected doesn't make a difference if you have quality control on this. Quality control on work and items, and quality system control on system. So system can be controlled by system, and quality control, if you apply on sites, you can control activity based work. In general, I was talking of quality in general, not in particular, because quality is very important part in RCC. My consideration of quality, that quantity includes quality. I consider quality includes quantity. Quantity includes quality. If you claim that I have done this much work, it means they have taken care of quality as well. Of course, safety is there. You have no need declaring because work is over. So if work is over and something is not cared for, then that's cared for. So that part is this. Quality is very much important for engineers. If no quality means no engineering. Only civil engineering is related to this point, because in all engineering, otherwise mechanical, electrical and others, generally you can say equipment are delivered, produced, manufactured, assembled. Very few work only where workmanship is needed, not in quality. For example, in electrical, wiring, cabling, and in mechanical, ducting, etc., which are more safety oriented rather than quality, because ducting work is dependent on airflow, temperature requirement, and fire retardation or dampening. Those are different types of engineering, but quality where you are very much involved, that is in civil engineering construction, and you every day go to site. So every day you have a chance to think of those systems. So ultimately, that's where you are going to. We have to. My consideration is little different. I don't blame anybody. First of all, everybody has its responsibility, and I would like to say to site people that don't be in rush. Don't be in rush. Before doing something, you deal with many activities, daily 10-15 activities, or overall maybe 100 activities of engineering and architecture or other fields. You know much better than what I know, because you are more close to your details, myself not. When you are responsible for everything, why should I dispatch? Why should I consider myself? My point of view about quality is that without quality you can't rise. Even you can raise questions on designs. Why don't you? If you go thoroughly through designs, you can demand for specifications as well. Why does that all? So, so dear my friends, I was little disconnecting. No problem. I was talking of quality, and quality is very important. If you understand method statements, I was talking about that in the last video. Actually, I was showing you some soil report as well. Before also I shared with you that report. I could not complete. I could not complete it because of my accident. And now I am back. It will take some more time for me to walk. Take more time to walk. Means what I say, it's not enough that I am of that sort. Don't disturb me, please. Everybody is disturbed. For what? I think I'm dancing here. People have no work, just calling for nothing. No question, nothing, just call. Talk of something if you want to talk of. I'm talking something based on thinking and disturbing, trying. We're talking engineering. We're serious people. You're not serious. Doing nothing and disturbing others. Raise some questions if you want to raise. Write something. This is a forum. This is not your entertainment. I'm not sitting here for entertainment to call to you, to receive your calls for what? Saying hello, that's it. Idiots. I was talking about a very serious issue for development. I have seen many calls since morning for nothing. Just somebody say this, somebody says face, somebody said they're like this. What is this? Development is issue, technical issue, national issues. You talk on some responsible topic. If you want to call. I'm not 16 years or 20 years young kid. Just involved with you. You don't have understanding. So I was sharing with you soil report. I also shared some standards of method statements, and I would like to suggest to you that before doing whatever activity you do on site or wherever, even in designs, it's better always to write some statement what you have to do, because extensive jumping yourself is also not acceptable. Within limits it's okay. You see, every design cannot be research, and every execution of site cannot be research. Everybody has some bindings. You can't spend more than budget, also keep in mind. If you spend more than budget, then your whole budget will be disturbed. You cannot complete project. Simultaneously, you have to keep in mind that you have to deliver quality oriented product, quality oriented deliverables. It's not simply, I don't know what budget is there, I don't know how much spend. Why don't you know? You don't know your expenses, what you are making on this project. How can control you know? Your first job is you have to maintain budget controls. Designer's job is also same, to maintain budget control. And of course, budget control involves soil testing and body testing, chemical understanding of body. If we do not do that, we can't hold project move. Project will not move, and if moves, it will not reach to its destination. It shall still remain project, incomplete project, on that status. Project demands something quantity wise. Project has some quantity, and that quantity must have quality. You have to work on both, not only on quality alone, on quantity too. A combination of quantity and quality is required. So, limited scope, limited work, and limited controls. You have to see how much expense of time and quality should go to this item. If you don't have all records, you can send this file to whatever department of cost control you are seeing. Methods should be avoided. If you cannot do budget control, if you cannot do time control, if you cannot do quality control, what for you are there? What for? Are you of level of foreman supervisor or ministerial sitting officer? Who are you? My point of view is that a balance is required, a maturity is required. Who are your seniors, you have to coordinate with everybody. And on site, you have to coordinate. Not only coordinate, you have to coordinate, you have to communicate, and you have to take stern action. It's easy sometimes to say goodbye. So my conception to otherwise is that you have to be very changed person. You have to change a little. That's better for everybody. If you change a little and you involve yourself with better quality, you have to understand AnnexSL, you have to understand your context of organization, you have to understand what is leadership, you have to understand what is, support system. All these you have to understand per AnnexSL, all 10 clauses, starting from scope, then you can say references, etc., terms, context of organization, leadership, supports, and then planning as well, planning and support, and then you can say improvements, when before improvements, performance. These must be known. These are just very general, but you can base on that. You can move your work also. At least you can move in the beginning with some kids. Those kids does. When someone visits you, you means you is someone, what questions you raise? When you visit some house or some building, what questions are in your mind? Do you think of? Or say, okay, I don't care for that. I see from structural point of view. Even top projects, I see that Arun is just a clip in, that's all. Yeah. Now, my title is a little expanded one. It's about organization, contracts, communications, coordination, etc. These are very important activities you have to perform. You have to. Without this, you cannot move further. And you have to perform these activities means you must have command of language. You must have habit of reading documents, and you must have this not simply superficial reading. Superficiality is not permissible in engineering. In engineering, details are most important. If you go superficially, means you will do superficial work only, and that's not engineering work. That is ordinary people work. Therefore, it's not simply I can say that I'm advising. It's your requirement. Not because I'm saying it is. It is your requirement, and you have to come true to this requirement, and that's what's required. Where learning is important means if you are in good level, you are given charge of independently working on site. I think you are lucky one in that case. If you are in this young age getting responsible position, forget what salary you are getting. If you are getting position, then you are getting responsibility also. Don't forget that. Sometimes you are a designated project engineer or project manager also, depending on what means. Those designations do not do anything. Coordination, coordination is most most easy and most difficult work. Both. If you are interested, it is very easy, and if you are not interested, it's very difficult. But it is very important. If you cannot coordinate, you cannot do anything. Remember, you are just an assistant to someone. If you cannot coordinate, And if you can coordinate, then you can move yourself further. Of course, you must have communication skill. Without communication skill, I have seen it just talking, without any standard language, any standard phraseology. They just talk some excitingly, standing in their cow bucket. My point of view is coordination is a part of engineering practice. You might have learned this word in the university. Well, when I was first time given task in my office here in this country itself, because I requested I had to stay in office for some reason. I was studying, so that person decided, okay, go to planning and coordination, and I did, but I did not know what I was doing. Coordination. And I discovered later on that coordination is a very important part in construction, because without coordination you will not understand what you are going to do. Coordination, communication based coordination. Communication is very important. Coordination is very important in engineering. Communication, coordination, and then engineering. Because it's very important. This is coordination. When you sleep, work. Coordination, structural, coordination, architectural, coordination, services, electrical, mechanical, gas, coordination, others, plumbing, not one, and specifications, ensuring dimensions, where to locate, why to locate, levels, and in utilities a lot, various points. You have to. Don't take it, you know it. You don't know it, you shall know it. When I think I do it, I don't say know it. I know different times. Maybe you don't like to see those times because you are civil engineers, and that's where problem lies in. But if you rise, if you go higher, it's your duty. If you are project engineer or project manager or you are a freelancer, you may be, it's your duty to make sure that work is done correctly. You cannot later say because I did not do it or didn't happen, this is the result. No, you can't say that. Remember, I'm talking concrete, I'm not talking brickwork. Okay, take 3-4 layers and do it again. I'm not doing stone masonry, I'm not doing woodwork. We are doing concrete. You cannot say take it out and do it again. No joke, it's expensive. Therefore, coordination in construction is a very significant part of engineering, and it is based on complete communication, it's based on your intellect, it's based on unplanned study. Whenever you do something, do not do immediately. Discover everything. Let everything come out. Let every issue come out. Contact with those people, other disciplines people. Maybe they need something you do not know. Or maybe they don't require anything. We cannot say. I cannot say at least. That's point of very much importance, that coordination is never blank. It always gives something. Architectural coordination is structural. Very important issue. Always it creates problem. Problem or no problem. It is to be done. Structure cannot be done free of coordination. No way. No way. Similarly, structural design cannot be done without coordination. No way. If you do blank, empty coordination work, no coordination in that, it is of course going to be redone. Understand this point. World has changed. Buildings have been not structures alone. So many services have come up. Computerized system, raised floor system, surveillance system, and many more systems. False ceiling, planum, all those. So many architectural points, structural points, services points, and all other points meet together and demand something. And last demand goes to, ultimate demands goes to structural work, because structural work is very important, and you cannot decide anything anywhere on structure. You have to be very hang bulbs. You cannot just solve them. Every bulb is red. All cannot be white. So take care of coordination, which is very important point. I am not surprised if you miss coordination. I won't be very happy if you do not do coordination. You have to care for structure first, and then you have to meet all other requirements in the structure. That is your job. It's better if you can do as much as possible at design stage. It's much better than taking care later on when design is approved and it's to be implemented at that time, 11th hour. Sit down and say how it can be done here. This point is coming. How it is this not your business. During designs also it shall require. Because here for law. So it's very important question. It's very important and significant question that we have to understand how we deal with communication and coordination. Communication is also very important for civil engineers because there's be time when you deal on contracts. There may be time when you deal on technologies, and there may be time you deal on report writing. Those, yes. When you assign yourself on some job, you assign yourself. Now, how to do this? I'm not going to take service from someone else. You have to be very careful. You can do it indeed, yes, but you have to go through all regulations. You have to go through all state regulations, bylaws. There is a requirement of every input in civil engineering means you can say when you take concrete and you buy concrete, you cannot buy your way. You have to find complete requirement. You have to make sure what you are going to do. You have to inquire with batching plant as well what you are doing. It's not simply trust batching plant. I can't trust anybody. Batching plant is a businessman. For them, engineering is no value. So you have to see what they are doing. Are they really going to provide you real mix or just their definition mix? You have to go and see what they are doing, how they do, what's their standard of batching plant, what's calibration system, and how measurement are doing, what best you can do on that by suggesting to that one, do like this, do like that. It will be very, point oriented in that. It's not general talk I'm making, it's very pointed, bulleted talk because if you spend some time on this, it's really better. When you go and sleep at night, after 10 you must change division. Therefore, I'm not in yawning mood. I'm not in very retiring mood. I'm very, very serious in this case as far as quality is concerned. Do not take it lightly. Your design will be respected if you respect quality. Constructability, you have to respect. Constructability, you have to respect. Dependability. Don't think that automatically it will happen. Nothing is achieved automatically. Lot of efforts are required to Of course, after writing your methods, you have to, before writing, you have to inquire your contractor if contractor is there. If that contractor does not give any clue, and I think it is required for 5-6 days. I have expressed my views. Now it's time that today what we discussed, let us see. I begin with last freshing of AnnexSL and quality system, which is very important. We discussed with refreshing idea of Excel and EPC contact. Actually, I wanted to talk to, but because there's a breakup of videos, so I tried to share with you quality system again, and I will continue that. I will share more documents. It's not simply a few documents you can move. We have to understand that as much as possible is important. As much as possible, we have to share. It's not simply, after all, everybody is important. Everybody has to understand. And if you don't take interest in construction issues, being you are oriented on structures, then I should say you are missing something. You are missing not something, a lot. You do not know what is package actually. If you are only interested in design, maybe you are unaware of what is package engineering. Expertise and package are different. Expertise means very serious, senior. While others not. Therefore, keep yourself in tuning up, and I should simply say, for me, quantity and quality are same, both are built in. If your product does not contain quality, it is backward project. I mean, it's a product. It is you can say substandard. I can say substandard product does not have any value, because when I demand back, you to wanted that, maybe you think God will take care of this, but it doesn't happen. It's very much important point we have to understand. And if you, being engineer, if you write methods, as I said again, you understand some part of contracts, you understand some part of quality, and do not apply anything without experience of construction. I don't know how you are going to be a good designer as well. Designer is not separate than those who work in practice field. His job is the designer only. Then you see, one time comes in life when you become self-leader, and you have to reach to that level, self-lead level. Don't try to lead others first, lead yourself. You talk to yourself, lead yourself, and when you think that you can lead yourself, Certainly you'll listen to them. Well, no problem. No problem. You have to be leader. Your leader, not my leader. If you're not able to be leader, your choice. What can I do? So I would like to shortcut today. What to do with that? Alright. I will just small talk with the people, otherwise I could continue for many more hours. I don't want one. Little disturbed today because of cut off videos. And I'm not well prepared also. I wanted to talk about activities of construction, activities of others, but no meaning. And therefore I would like to just in few minutes take off, because everything is not so easy in life, and being engineer is also not so easy. We have to be very careful about this statement that you're qualified engineer means you're lucky and you did hard work with study to become an engineer, and then you have to make yourself a stronger engineer. And stronger engineer means you have to adapt to you, not to you have to flow with the water. In water, you have to flow opposing water. You must have mind to force others to rethink. You have to force people. Yeah. Well, I think I hope that you will take my point seriously, and it's a big one. Already 1 hour one. I would like to close it now. Actually, maybe I don't want to bore you, but I want to talk a little more. Go and see AnnexSL. It's better. You'll get input of what you have to do, and there's text of organization. There's other issues, which are very relevant to engineering. Those issues can be useful for you, useful for everybody. Don't take it otherwise. And with this note, I would say thank you very much, dear friends. Thank you very much. I'll take closer now. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.